Alright everyone, today we're looking at Iman Gadzhi's and Brunson Hustle's Side Hustle Summit. Now real quick, if you're new to the channel, my name is Nolan, and if you just smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, it means the world to me. But let's get into it. So I came across this promotion on my screen while looking into different online business opportunities. Right away, the people say this is an 8-day virtual event where Russell Brunson and Iman Gadzhi are challenging people to build a $373 a day AI-powered side hustle. It also says you don't need experience in audience or startup capital, which obviously sounds pretty interesting, so I wanted to stroll through the page myself and see exactly what they're offering and whether this event is actually legit. Now when I scroll down a bit, I can see that they have 5 live sessions running from September 6th to the 13th, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It also says the event is completely free to attend. There's no ticket and no credit card required, and everything is 100% virtual. They even say you don't need to show your face and you don't need any previous experience. So at this point, the offer sounds pretty straightforward because you're basically invited to join a free online event. But obviously I wanted to keep scrolling because I wanted to see what comes after that. As I scroll down a little more, I see a section called Side Hustle Summit at a glance, and this gives us a lot more information. It repeats the September 6th to 13th dates and says there will be 5 live sessions with replays available within 24 hours. It also confirms that the cost to attend is free and says no paid ticket or card is required. Then it talks about the hosts, Russell Brunson and Iman Gadzhi, and says the main topic is building an AI-powered side hustle from scratch with the goal of reaching $373 a day. So this is where we can clearly see that the $373 a day number is one of the main claims being used to promote the event. Then I keep scrolling and I see something I think is pretty important. The page explains that the summit eventually leads into a paid program, and it says partner documentation shows a $19.95 core offer plus a $995 compensation companion offer being sold during the event. So even though the summit itself is free, there's paid offer connected to it. And honestly, it's something I think people should know before signing up, because you don't want to join thinking everything is completely free and then be surprised when a paid program is presented. That doesn't automatically make Summit a scam, but it definitely changes how I would look at the event. Now, as I scroll further down, I see the section about Russell Brunson and Iman Gadzhi themselves. Russell is described as the co-founder of ClickFunnels, while Iman is described as the founder of Consulting.com and co-owner of WAP. The page also talks about their previous businesses, experience, and results from people they've taught. Obviously, having 2 well-known names attached to an event makes the whole thing look much more established, but I'm still going to separate their reputations from the actual claims being made by this particular event. Then I get to the guest speakers, right? And there are 3 names listed here: Myron Golden, Ellen Wilder, and Eric Thomas. Now these pages give a short background on each person, highlight their experience in sales, businesses, or motivational speaking. So this definitely isn't being presented like some random little online webinar with an unknown person behind it. There are multiple recognizable speakers involved, which makes the event look much more legitimate. But again, having successful people speak at an event doesn't automatically mean every person who attends will get the same results, right? Now, I scrolled down to a section called Parts the Hypes page won't tell you, and this is actually one of the most interesting parts of the page. It openly says that the free training leads into a paid pitch with a $19.95 core program and $9.95 companion offer being sold during the event. It also mentions that affiliates can earn up to $1,032 per customer, along with a $122,000 and $500 prize pool, which means some promoters have a financial reason to promote this event. And I think that's important because when you see a bunch of positive reviews online, right, you might start to think, oh, this is like, the review could be making money from your purchase. This doesn't mean every review is fake, but it definitely gives you another reason to look at the information carefully. Then the page also talks about the results being promoted from previous events. One example is they highlight a 19-year-old who supposedly made $111,000 in 45 days after Iman's first event, while the page says 55.6 million in tracked results came from attendees across 3 previous events. Those numbers definitely sound impressive, but the page itself points out that $111,000 example is an outlier rather than something everyone should expect. And that's an important distinction because one person's huge result doesn't mean the average person will make the same amount. So I wouldn't look at those numbers and assume that joining the summit means you're going to make $373 every day. So after going through the entire page, is Side Hustle Summit legit? From what I found, yeah, it is. It appears to be a real virtual event with identifiable hosts, specific dates, live sessions, guest speakers, and a free registration offer. The $373 a day AI hustle is clearly presented as a challenge they're giving attendees rather than something I would treat as a guaranteed income result. result. The important thing is knowing that free event can also lead into a paid program that costs you thousands of dollars if you decide to continue. So I wouldn't call the summit itself a scam, but I would definitely go into knowing exactly how the sales process works. Now, my biggest takeaway is pretty simple. The event looks legitimate, but don't confuse a free online summit with a guaranteed way to make money. The $373 a day challenge is a goal being promoted on the page, not proof that everyone who attends will actually earn that amount. Now, if you decide to join, you can attend the free training and see what they're teaching before deciding whether the paid program is worth it for you. And if you see other people promoting this event, remember that some affiliates can earn money while purchasing through their links. So always do your own research before spending a large amount of money on any online business program. Like always, thanks for watching, and that's it for this investigation. If you found it helpful, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, it means the world to me, and I'll see you in the next video.